Slurpty-derp, my G's, and this is a special request video for my loyal patron supporter, Dasmatron, aka the King of the Corn, aka Lady Desire, aka Daz. Yes, Daz said, how can he really get back into the joy and the love of making music and feeling creative at the end of a busy day, at the end of a working day, especially when your day job consists of already working on the computer and already working in the media industry. So you're you're editing videos, you're putting music to stuff all day long, and it comes to the end of the day, and somewhere deep down you want to focus on your own music, but you just don't have that motivation and drive to again sit using a software for the rest of the evening. Because you've been doing similar kind of jobs all day. Okay, so how can we get that extra motivation back to really want to really deep down and practically also want to spend the rest of your time making music? All right. So one practical tip: just light some candles. This is kind of silly, but this is something that I actually sometimes do because I'm a sensitive soul. Okay, I'm not ashamed to admit that. Maybe back when I was younger, I might get into smoking some of that good stuff. Maybe getting a few nice naughty drinks in, or like getting on it. To be honest with you. And then I'd be like, all right, let's make some music, But these days, where I'm like a Ned Flanders kind of guy, I'm just kidding. Light some candles, make the atmosphere, the ambience of your room different when you're about to make music to before when you were just working. Like, do something to change the ambience. If you're inviting a lovely lady over, putting the candles on, maybe getting some nice chocolates, and make things special. Make it a lovely experience, first of all. Anyway, that's a silly little tip, but there are two main reasons that you're probably not like putting in that extra time after your job in your music. Is probably one, because you don't have enough of a mission or a meaning for a particular song that you're working on, and two, because you don't have a sense of urgency on completing a song. So if you can fix both of those things, then you're going to be laughing. So number one, and I would encourage you, Daz, and also anyone else, and also myself, because I also need this sometimes. Number one is focus on the mission. We have to really make a mission out of a song. There are so many songs out there already. There's so many tunes get uploaded to Spotify every day. There's so much drum and bass out there. There's so much that's so good. It can feel overwhelming with the amount of content and music out there, like a big sea of endless music, Now that AIs are going to start making music as well, and it's just like an infinite sea of music, okay? So the trick is to make each song that you write have a real deep sense of purpose and meaning to you, and then it will feel a little bit more of a special forces operation to get this song complete, because it's got more purpose into it. Doesn't matter what it turns out like, doesn't matter how it's going to sound at the end, but the plan is that for you, at least, it's like you're on a secret mission. Okay, that's literally how I would do it. So firstly, you need a good concept for the song. You need something that really resonates with you. I can't tell you what's going to resonate with you because it's going to be different for everyone, but you've got to find something going on in your life right now, or something that's really inspiring you in your life right now. Or if you're not really feeling inspired in life in general, then you need to go and try something new, like an activity or something that you've never done before, like literally something you've never tried. Go somewhere that you've never been to before. Doesn't have to be a holiday. It could also be somewhere in your own vicinity, somewhere where you live that you've never been to before. Just go do something completely new if you're lacking inspiration. and that might help. But if you're really into something at the moment and you do get really inspired by something completely outside of music, then try to use that to create a concept for a song, and then try and make it into a special task and a special mission. You don't tell anyone about it. Should be really personal to you. Should be something that like really, really means a lot to you. And then that's the first goal, is to make your next song, starting from today. Make the next track that you're going to make it like the biggest masterpiece that you've worked on so far. And it doesn't matter that it might take you longer to do it. It might, you might have some days after work where you don't feel motivated to work that evening, but at least in the back of your mind you can be thinking about something else, on how you can like improve the concept of the track, or looking for some reference songs or other materials, or just doing some sound design, or trying to find some samples on the internet, or trying to record some sounds that you can use for the special project. Okay, so we need to build a real like strong part in your brain that's like in the back of your mind while you're at work and everything. You're always thinking about the masterpiece that's coming. Okay, so make the next song an absolute masterpiece. All right, that's the goal. Second point is the sense of urgency. So you can always have this like, one day I'm going to make this masterpiece, it's going to be like this and like that. But unless there is a clear like time, unless there is a clear, what's the word I'm looking for? Sense of urgency, time, scarcity, rarity. I can't think of the word. Unless there is a real deadline to finish the song by, then it will forever remain this sort of dream that floats around and circles around. And it's difficult to like impose a deadline on yourself and be strict with yourself. You could say to one of your mates, like, here's 200 Australian dollars, keep this, don't give it back to me until I've finished this song that I said I was going to do, and I'm going to finish it 6 weeks from now on this exact date. If it's not done by that date, you can keep the money. That's one way to do it. If you are good at giving yourself deadlines and imposing deadlines and sticking to them yourself, then just do that. That's what I do. I will put a date in my calendar as when I need to finish the song by, and it will get done by that date, because otherwise I'll feel too guilty that I didn't do it, and my brain will be attacking itself, so I'll have to do it. So just to recap, light some candles to make sure that the room knows that it's music making time, or light some incense. Whatever you do, make a little ritual if you want. Like, it can be fun, it can be anything, it doesn't have to be candles. A little ritual to get started. Then, most important two things: make the track a special mission. Don't tell anyone about it. Make it really, really meaningful and deep to you. Doesn't matter how it turns out, doesn't matter how it sounds in the end. Just the idea that you're married to the fantasy of it, and it's exciting for you, and something you can think on in the back of your mind while you're at work, and something you can look forward to doing afterwards. So make it really special in your mind. And then finally, put in that sense of urgency. Put a date in the calendar to finish it by, and make sure that you stick to it, so it's definitely going to get done. If there's no date in the calendar or no deadline, chances are you're going to procrastinate forever. So make sure you put an actual date in the calendar. 6 weeks from now, 8 weeks from now, whatever you think you can realistically manage. Allowing yourself like a few days here and there to take off from producing when you're just really, really not up for it, but making sure that on those days when you are sort of up for it, that you do actually go ahead and do it. So yes, there you go, Daz, and anyone else who's in the same boat. I know I certainly am in that boat a lot as well. And after this today, I think I also need to put a date in the calendar to finish some songs by, because I've got a few collabs I'm working on, and yeah, there's no real end in sight yet. So I need to also sit down with myself and put some dates in to make sure I finish all my new tracks. Hope that was a helpful little video for you guys today. Wish you guys a great weekend. I'm going to take a little break from YouTube over the weekend, but I'll get back to videos on Monday, and we're going to do some more mixing and mastering themed videos next week. So I'll see you guys then. Peace out. Much love.